Introducing Gordon, an innovative solution for quick and mass software updates of control units, even before installation in vehicles. Fast, mass, and most importantly, without delay in production. On the case you will find the power connector, 8 CAN connectors for SIRC cables, and 8 DOIP SIRC connections, 2 USB sockets to facilitate flashing data transfer, the power switch, and the cooling vent. Everything you need is included. Just take all the necessary equipment out from the case. 8 pieces of SIRC plus 2 spares, connection cables, a tablet with holder, and ECU endpoint cable clusters. The cables are designed so that incorrect connection is impossible. Each SIRC features CAN and DOIP input connectors on the left side, and, on the right side, output connectors for the ECU to be flashed and another one to join SIRCs serially. From our current point of view, we can see an LED SIRC and flashing status indicator, as well as a button to start the flashing manually. There are different connectors for each ECU type, which means that there also has to be a specific endpoint cable cluster with the right connector and pinout for each ECU. The tablet serves as one of the communication interfaces for the operator to interact with Gordon through providing information on flashing progress and helping prevent errors. With it, the operator can get flashing status information and an overview of the whole operation at a glance. With preparation complete, we can now start Gordon and insert the USB stick containing the relevant sequence and flashing data. On tablet startup, the operator logs in with their ID credentials. A window pops up to let them select a SIRC and proceed to initialization. With initialization in progress, the red and green LEDs on the SIRCs light up. Preparation for flashing is now complete. There are no technical know-how requirements on the operator. Simply unpack the unit and plug the cluster connector in, and the ECU flashing starts automatically once the ECU is detected and identified upon connection. The flashing operation is automatic, independently carried out by Gordon, and the operator is free to work on other tasks. Once flashing completes, a green indicator lights up, meaning the operator can connect another ECU, and Gordon will automatically repeat the process. Flashing operation results are immediately logged in the database upon the completion of each operation. The number of ECUs to be flashed in a given batch is included in each flashing script configuration, which helps the operator prevent errors when handling flashed and unflashed ECUs. Should the operator be unsure of an ECU's flashing status, just reconnect it to identify it. Gordon will compare the software to the desired state and either flash the ECU or indicate OK status. Each ECU's serial number is stored upon flashing, so no ECU can be counted twice. Here, the operator seems to have possibly put an unflashed ECU in the flashed ECU's package by mistake. The operator can perform a quick automatic check by simply connecting all the ECUs. The process ends after the software in all target ECUs has been compared to the desired state and any unflashed ECU has been flashed. The counter will display 0. Should the operator assess the error incorrectly and start flashing a new batch of ECUs, Gordon will automatically lock up. The operator should call for a trained technician to assess and remedy the situation. In case an ECU cannot be flashed, for example due to a faulty component, its connected SIRC will indicate error state during the flashing operation. The operator would manually repeat the operation by pressing the dedicated button to see if the SIRC indicates error state again. If so, the operator should discard the ECU in question. Gordon also allows for the reading of any and all parameters stored in the ECU, and so can be used in addition to flashing, also for ECU checking, sorting, and editing of stored parameters. In the center of the interface is a bright ECU counter for the current batch. Below there is the element to start a new batch. This element is blocked until the counter counts down to 0, and once engaged, it resets the counter for the new batch. To the left, the individual SIRC statuses in progress are displayed. To the right, time remaining until current ECU flashing operation completion can be seen, which can help the operator plan further flashing operations. On the bottom right, there is a configurable element where the operator can display various kinds of information. All results are immediately saved in the database and can be filtered by value and exported as needed. The statistics fields are configurable, and users can set them up to their individual needs. For example, daily stats, number of flashed ECUs of a given type, number of flashed ECUs by operator, day or time of day, etc., so that information on the course of flashing operations can be viewed anytime. Predefined results can be sent both automatically and manually for saving in other databases, such as production, logistics, and other databases via EDI communication. When an ECU's QR code is scanned and compared with information from an external database, the QR code data is replaced with information from the database so that a relevant version of software for the ECU is used. Creating flashing scripts is done using a simple configurator tool. On the left side, there are settings for basic parameters such as name, location, project, number of ECUs in a batch, etc. Then there are individual elements to select which features to use according to the manufacturer's instructions. On the right, the selected features can be configured. When you save, all necessary data is saved into the configurator's directory structure. This is what a scenario created with the configurator looks like. Afterwards, simply copy the scenario on a USB stick and plug it into Gordon to automatically load and run the sequence. Gordon is always online and can be used remotely at all times. We can provide support for flashing process definitions and flashing script creation, as well as for the implementation of new solutions and the addition of new ECUs. Should issues arise during flashing, we can connect remotely and analyze the log to find the cause. We can manufacture endpoint cable clusters for you or provide you with the documentation and support needed for you to manufacture them yourselves. Experience the efficiency of Gordon's automated updates. Get started now.